Hey everybody, I'm Kyle the Foreign Modder, and this is a no-nonsense guide to belt shaping and input shaping. The first things you want to do is you want to home your machine and then do a quad gantry level. And the reason why the quad gantry level is so important, especially on a 2.4, is the fact that you need things absolutely level, belts as straight as possible to get the best results or the most accurate results possible. You're printing with quad gantry level anyway, at least that should be part of your print start configuration. Okay, now that the quad gantry level is done, from this point you can go ahead and do the resonance testing. Now, if you do not have the resonance testing installed the way I have done in a previous video, I will make sure that there is a link to that at the end of this video for you to be able to do everything from your console. If not, you can do it the old Clipper Raspberry Pi and SSH into it kind of way, which is not a big deal. Just a little bit extra work, right? Looked at the results of the graph and you can see that there's a significant gap. So this is what we're going to do. My A is really high and my B is really low. So that tells me I need to loosen my A a little bit, which I've already done. And then I need to tighten the B just a little bit. So when I loosen the A and I tighten the B just a little bit, what I'm doing is creating this cause and effect kind of relationship where the belts are moving in and out. That's causing this gantry to slightly oscillate, if you will. And so what you want to do is make sure that everything is as tight as possible, but not too tight, right? So if you tighten this guy too much, this guy becomes loose. So it pulls this side up and this side back, which is going to create some artifacts in your printing and also cause some issues and nasty noises. So since we already adjusted these things a little bit, I'm going to rerun Input Shaper. So again, quad gantry level. Get that quad gantry going. It's okay, my hot end fan's on and I'm still getting good results. You can do it without, but it kind of makes sense to leave everything on, even the part cooling fan, which I did because that's how I print. So I want to make sure that the testing I'm getting isn't false, right? So I want good readings. So that's why I leave those things on personally. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I need to use my cell phone to actually click belt shaper and we're gonna look at the results. Okay, so my results were fantastic. If yours are not, just follow the same procedure. We're looking at what's high and what's low. We're really just trying to get the belts almost on top of each other, right? This is gonna help with a lot of things, mainly coordinate dimensions. So your X and Y size, dimensionally more accurate. So the closer you get the two belts together, the closer you are in dimensions, which is why there are variances in dimensions. It's not reasonable to assume that you can get a 30-30-30 cube exactly 30.00 millimeters. It's never gonna happen. So being able to have some kind of variance is a good thing, okay? Especially with 3D printing where the materials expand and contract. So now that we have our belts pretty good, what's next? Well, we're gonna run this little thing called Input Shaper. So I'm gonna go ahead and run that and we'll take a look at the results. Well, I'm well aware of the Input Shaper graph, the inconsistencies in the Y and the X axis. Now, I'm okay with that because the reason for those is quite simple. For me and my tool head, this thing is really old. I have almost 1,000 hours of printing with this tool head, and with all the heat soak and saturation of my Easy Bake Voron, the parts tend to kind of come apart, right? So I have heat certs that are pulling out and things like that. So that leads me to this point. I am wearing a West 3D printing t-shirt. It is probably one of the most comfortable t-shirts I've ever owned. I love soft t-shirts. If they're scratchy, I don't want them. Anyway, we're gonna be building the Zoll tool head here soon and putting this together. We're gonna be doing a video series on it. I'm very excited about that. And it's gonna go here. So this is lighter and stronger, I'm told, and I'm very excited to see how this works. Armchair Engineering has definitely put a lot of time, talent, energy into this, and also providing a multitude of configurations for your 2.4 Trident and I believe V0. Also has provisions for heat certs, for your end stops, beacon, different configurations, mounting, strengths, whatever you need, it's available, as well as different extruders, even including the Sherpa Mini. What we're going to be using is the LDO Orbiter 2 extruder, and I'm very excited about this extruder as it is a planetary gear set. Now, as an engineer, planetary gear sets really excite me. I mean, we're talking a lot of torque that this little motor is going to be able to have throughput with pushing that filament through the Rapido with the Bondtech CHT nozzle that I have coming, upcoming video. And one last announcement here before we go. Due to the Wes 3D printing t-shirt, I have bought a lot of parts from Wes 3D. We've collaborated on some things, and I just have to say, Dan and the team at Wes 3D, if they sell it, they've either installed it or have a close friend who has, that has honest feedback and the understanding of some of the issues that may have come up from these mods, okay? They try to stay relevant with all the different user mods that are out there. They have a bolt kit or hardware kit for Zoll that includes fans. You can choose to do GDS time or a little higher end fan and purchase it right on their website. I am trying to talk Dan into getting Beacon, as I seem to be the only guy asking for beacons. I think the Beacon is probably one of the best upgrades I've ever done. It has saved me so much time, and I continually get good consistency with it. It also does bring about some issues with heavier wiring and whatnot, depending if you're running the rails, right? The cable chains, or if you're running CAN bus like I am. So we got some parts coming from Wes 3D. This is also a Wes 3D carbon fiber build plate. A little bit of hairspray does a good job for it. I like the texture the carbon fiber gives. I'm a car guy, so I like carbon fiber. I think it's pretty awesome. More importantly though, we have something for you, the viewers, the subscribers, upcoming subscribers, or people who are just checking out my video for good information and knowledge. If you go to wes3d.com and you order some stuff, use this promo code right here, the Voron Modern, at checkout for 5% off your entire order. I'm pleased to be able to offer that to the viewers, as I have no ownership in Wes 3D whatsoever. And I'm just excited that Wes 3D is a team player for the community and aspiring YouTubers such as myself. Except for, I'm not looking to get billions of subscribers. I'm looking to share knowledge in some of the issues and inconsistencies that come with 3D printing. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I got more content coming here pretty quickly. Last thing we need to do before anything else or any prints happen is I'm gonna print a test cube using Voron Print It Forward standards, right? So I wanna make sure that I am actually getting accuracy. Now there's that camp just scanning where it's gonna print. Love it, it's amazing. Now it's pooping out some material, which is great. Always need that. So when this cube is done, we're gonna check the results and compare that and see if that meets my tolerances.